Yeah. Week 60. Crikey. week 67, live from Berlin, El Salvador. It is the 20th of November, 23.
Yep, and we've got mosquitoes.
Is that what it was?
I don't know what it was.
Know. Man, that was crazy. Yeah, something buzzed on the side of my head. Thanks for joining us. It's super cool that you guys come along and say hello. We really appreciate it. Something that actually came up this week was there's been a few times where we've actually sort of questioned, do we keep going with the show? Does it make a difference to anybody? Does anybody watch it? Are we giving value? The last 2 weeks, with conference and people coming and visiting, we have actually been humbled by how much this show actually means to people. The fact that people actually there's loyal viewers. I mean, I look in the chat right now, Super Pilotish is hola amigos, audio and video is good. He turns up every week, and this is amazing. We really appreciate you guys for coming along and saying hi. I mean, you guys have seen so many sets, it's amazing. But we've also this week, we've had people come to us who bought us a laptop, an old retired laptop when they came to visit. And then on Sunday, we had an amazing offer from somebody who trains people who would like to bring more laptops for us and potentially offer jobs for people who can speak English and want to be trained in higher end skills. So
it's incredible. Wow. Absolutely incredible. And everyone, all the team at Berliners in Action are really excited. English classes are starting and they really want to help the economy here and the people here, so it's awesome. So big shout out, big thank you. It's awesome.
Our minds were really blown by it this weekend. Just so amazing. And then working with awesome people, and we're going to show you some cool stuff from the awesome people that are doing cool things here in El Salvador. So if you would like to talk to us with a one-on-one call, join our newsletter, because there's a mosquito, because you can win a 45-minute call with us by being on our newsletter. We give one away every month. In the description down below, njelsalvador.substack.com. You can also read all of our past newsletters. We cover 3 interesting things every week, and we also talk about all the events that are coming up for about a month. Now, I'm actually noticing that my internet connection is saying that our bit rate is a bit funny. So I have restarted literally the modem and the PC before we did this, and shut down anything extra. So hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, Sat shout out. Man, it is crazy. If you guys don't have like a Nostr account or get a GetAllBe account, because we are getting zapped like crazy for Nostr zappitizing. I think that's what they call it, zappitizing.
Zappitizing, yep.
So I'm just going to read out the sats, but in all of these sats, I should actually take a screenshot so you can see all of the messages we get. So these things have just advertising messages all over them, but 1 sat, 1 sat, 1 sat, 1 sat, 3 sats, 2 sats, 3 sats, 1 sat, 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 10 sats. That's only 3 days ago. 1 sat, 10 sats, 1 sat, 10 sats, 10 sats, 1, 21. This goes on for pages and pages. I don't know how many we've got, but it's crazy what's happening at the moment. And
it's interesting. I mean, it is a way people can advertise. But, I mean, for us, we don't really pay much attention to it, but we keep getting paid a stat here and there, which is pretty cool.
And this is our Blink account, for example. Like, this is also the sats advertising. So you can see 3 to 5 days ago there, and like 10 sats, 100 sats, 10 sats, 21. Like, it's crazy. So, if you don't have a Lightning account and you haven't gone and advertised your Zap address, you're missing out on free free money. Free Bitcoin. You get paid to receive advertising. And I already know that the main wallets, GetAllBe and Blink and Wallet of Satoshi, are already looking at ways to maybe create like a spam box. So when you get paid those, they go into a separate wallet so they don't clog up any important payments that you might get from people, which is super cool.
Yes.
Really interesting.
That's a great idea.
So that's the sats shout out. And hopefully, I'm not sure if I can clean that up at all. What else we got running in the background? I don't know. Maybe this. I don't know. I'm going to try and kill some things which might help speed it up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
While you do that, should I keep going? Okay, meetups coming up. So this week, of course, tomorrow we've got Tuesday, just the San Salvador Plebs meetup, and that is at Honolulu at 6 p.m. Then we won't have anything till My First Bitcoin next Thursday, and My First Bitcoin is on the 30th, of course, and that's Restaurant Costino Azul, and that starts at 6 p.m. as well, and then the Bitcoin Beach on the 1st of December in Palo Verde starting at 5 p.m. So there are still some meetups that anyone who's still lingering from conference can go and catch up with people, which is cool.
And speaking of people lingering around after conference, last year we noticed a lot of people hung around for at least a week, and it still happened this year. We have still got people coming and turning up here in Berlin, which is amazing. I don't know if we mentioned this last week, but everybody was on edge for Bukele to come and make an announcement at the end of the conference. And what ended up happening was that this year, the buzz around conference was actually Berlin.
Yeah, it was really exciting.
It was amazing. It was really crazy. Just people in so many presentations, people talking about it generally. Hey, are you going? Have you been? What's it all about? It was amazing. And speaking of that, our service of the week is Bitcoin btcmap.org. There it is on the side. Basically, that big logo is the main logo of the map. This is one of the cleanest Bitcoin location maps in the world, if not the cleanest Bitcoin location map in the world. I even know that Blink are looking at merging with them, which is really exciting because
the map side.
The map side, in terms of expanding everybody's reach and the quality of locations that they have. Nathan Day, the lead developer, he had a talk at Bitcoin Adopting Bitcoin conference, which was really good. He gave some amazing stats on what is actually happening in the community and how fast and where the growth is. So it is super interesting and cool. So we're going to talk about that in the middle.
Yes, so if you do have any questions, please put them in the chat and we will answer them at the end.
Yes, and please like and share. It does help the algorithm. The sooner and faster people can do that. We have 7 likes, which is awesome. The sooner and faster other people hear about it, because we do give value. People just don't know it yet. All right.
Okay, Monday. So, of course, Monday's always work catch-up, and the fact that we had been away for most of the week previous, we had lots to do. Also organising the weekly live, having the weekly live. Then every Monday, Berliners is in action, have a meeting or a meeting, and Paco from Running with Paco.
Run with Bitcoin.
Run with Bitcoin. He came and did a talk, which was really awesome. It was great to see him. We saw him at conference. We saw him the year before as well. And he's just continued to be travelling. 40 countries in 400 days is pretty impressive. And being on the Bitcoin, pretty much living off on Bitcoin the whole way through. So that was really awesome to see. I think the people from Berlin who came to the meeting really found it interesting, getting a chance to see someone from India and seeing all the different Bitcoin economies that he is, or places he's being and staying at is great. We also had the director of the Berlin Tourism come and talk as well, which was really awesome. So he just talked really about how well the Berlin Action team are doing and how many tourists they've got coming up, and he was very impressed. So that's great.
Yeah.
And then pupusas for dinner, which we paid with the Bitcoin, so that was great.
Yep, it's classic Monday evening dinner now, pupusas. And meeting with Paco was excellent. So Tuesday morning. Oh, what about James? Don't forget to use the clickety-click thing to move along the timeline. All right, I won't forget. I'll remember when I get to Tuesday. Let's do it. Early morning work on Tuesday, and then we actually went and had breakfast with Paco at... Oh, man, I can't...
Donna Silvia's?
Yeah, Donna Silvia's. Cocina de la Donna Silvia, I think is the correct name.
Yeah.
I always get that mixed up. And they do a great typical breakfast. You can pay with Bitcoin. So we met there, and that was awesome, just chatting and catching up. And he did a quick interview of asking why the foreigners had come to El Salvador and Berlin in particular, which was really cool. And he's going to make a big video of all the sort of little mini interviews he's done as well, so that's cool. We met some Bitcoiners who had come to visit while waiting. Oh, sorry, I missed a part there. So we then had to go and pay our rent, and we went to the bank in town, and we pay at the bank that actually has the only Chivo ATM in town. And we were in line for a long time, which was really unfortunate. While we were in line, a couple of Bitcoiners, one that we already knew, came back to Berlin to say hello, and he brought a new friend with him, which was really cool. And then while we were standing there chatting, we actually had a guy come up and ask us if we wanted to buy a hammock, and he walked away with a Bitcoin wallet. So that was quite funny.
Yeah.
So there are vendors that are walking around here in Berlin who now accept Bitcoin, but we can't put them on the map because they don't actually have a location. So always ask when you meet these people. And that was something that Patrick, from one of the first Bitcoin economy in the world, he went round to 25 plus businesses while he was here, and he went and either bought something or tipped them just to say thank you for receiving Bitcoin. So these activities do help. They get the word out there. They make these people realize that there are people coming to visit who really want this service, which is great. We
had another couple too while we were waiting in line.
Oh yes, we did too. And we saw them yesterday at the market. Okay, which was awesome. That's how many people are coming and visiting. There's just a stream of people. It's crazy. We then headed home to catch up on work, and we spent time on ideas writing down about the circular economy. So the circular economy is growing and evolving really fast right now. The growth that we've had in 5 and it's coming up 6 months really quickly is huge.
Yes.
And impressive, and it's got a lot of attention, and we've got people who are pumping what's happening here. I know Jay Thoreau right now, he's the guy who wants to set up a podcast studio inside the center. He is hustling his media skills right now. He's on Twitter really busy, and when he gets that studio going, wow.
It's going to be exciting.
I'm really blown away. All right, Wednesday,
okay. So we met at the centre quite early. It's okay, we will find some.
It's a big map.
Here somewhere, and it's a big map.
Oh, there it is. There's a photo over there of the map. I think it's like 1.8 by 1.6 meters.
No, it's not that big, but that's okay.
I think it is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But anyway.
It was over a meter by a meter.
Yeah,
I know that much. Yeah. It was under 2 meters by 2 meters.
Yeah. but it's cool. It looks really good. I mean, it's really plain at the moment. Once all the pins in, it's going to be very colourful. And it's just, I think it's just another great way. So when you walk into the centre, it's something, quite there in your face that you can see and do, which is cool. Then at 9:30, Berliners in Action had one of their park cleanups. And there were so many businesses there to help. There were also a lot of foreign Bitcoiners there to help. It was amazing. And so what we're doing is we're scrubbing down the planter boxes around the park and then washing them down, and then we're scraping all the bubbled paint, and then we're actually marking them and painting them. So I do want to read out the businesses that we had. So we had Blanky Cocktails and Ceviche, Coffee 303, Panagua Farm, Coco's Restaurant, Variety Don Julito, Custom Art and Colour Berlin, Hostel Cafe El Cedra, Crafts Don Julio, Dinner Camila, Mr. Chicken, the Nuvia, Berlin Volunteer Firefighters, Pigui's Entertainment, and Berliners in Action, and all the foreigners.
Some of those names are really hard to pronounce. They're words that like, because some of them are actually like brand names that they've made up, so it's quite hard to pronounce some of them sometimes.
But it was great. I mean, at least 4 hours people were putting in, if not longer. And I mean, it was, and even kids, there'll be photos here. You'll see the park people there with photos, but even the kids were getting involved and helping with the painting and the scraping. It was awesome. Yeah. It was a big day. So Wednesday was filled with that whole community support about beautifying Berlin. So when you come, I mean, it's not even just, it's actually not just for tourists, it's actually for the Berliners, Berlin people here, that they've got a pretty park It's
the real map will allow us to tell people, hey, we have a map online which will allow you to go and find all of these businesses. So it's a great way for us to also show proof of work, because if without this map we could just say, oh yeah, we have 100 businesses, but there's no way to pinpoint them and demonstrate them. So I'm actually putting a lot of time into updating the map. I've got 3 updates in my notebook that I need to do right now, well, today if possible. But this service is being maintained by volunteers, and a lot of people find that really hard to understand and believe. But when you realize that the circular economy is successful based on a lot of the volunteer work that happens, it just, it needs to happen. I mean, someone has to actually go out of their way. And what's interesting is at the moment, it's not in the business, well, it should be in the business, but it would be really good if it was in the business's interests, and I believe it is, to actually go and update their own link. But it's also just one more thing that they don't know how to do. So for us to have a successful economy, we're using this tool. It's a map. It's actually a web map on your web browser, and it works very well. It's also on iOS and Android apps, so you can download the app as well. And one of the things that's quite interesting is you can isolate communities as well. So if you download this map or go and look at this map, there's a link down in the description. You can see if you have a community in your area. Now, one of our favorite things to say is that adoption starts where you are. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You don't have to come to Bitcoin country. You don't have to come to Berlin. You can start wherever you are. And one of the interesting things that came up on the weekend, this is a slight pivot from what we're talking about here, but one of the people that visited us said, I don't really have any Bitcoin adoption in my town, so I'm going to start a circular economy in my family. And that is awesome. So that's a great way for you to actually start learning and using the technology. And then you can go to a business and say, hey, look, I have a circular economy in my family. It'd be awesome if my kids could come and spend Bitcoin here and just humor me, just entertain me. And you can say to them, I will also put you on the Bitcoin map, which will encourage other Bitcoiners to come and visit your business. And this is a very niche group of people that are looking to spend Bitcoin in these places. And I think that to update the map is actually not that difficult. I mean, if you can set up Lightning accounts and everything, you can definitely update this map and contribute to this economy via keeping businesses searchable, findable, discoverable. Yeah. Anything you'd like to add to that? I feel like I just did a bit of a rant there on trying to get people interested and motivated.
Yeah, I think it's, it's just one of those, it is a great tool to have, like wherever you are in the world, if you have Lightning on your phone and you want to go and try it out, you can check your town and see, is there anyone who accepts Lightning? Which is quite exciting because some people may accept Lightning, but they're just so not used to anyone coming and asking. So, to be able to drive in and pop into that store and buy and then ask them to, to pay with Bitcoin, I think they'll get a real buzz from it.
Yeah. And we heard about people at the conference who were literally driving 20 minutes to go to the only shop.
Yeah.
that accepts Bitcoin.
Yeah, just to support them.
To support them, yeah.
Which is awesome.
It's super cool. And they knew they were there because of the map, right? Yeah. So the map helps them find these businesses. So if you've got a business in your town and they accept Bitcoin and they're not on the map, even send me a DM. But the instructions on the website are actually really simple. I thought it was complicated, but that's because I overcomplicated it. And then I learned that it was actually really simple when I became motivated to demonstrate the proof of work that's happened in this economy by actually going on and updating it. So link down in the description. That link will actually take you to the Berlin location on the map because, of course, we're in Berlin and I want to show off
what we're doing.
Yeah, what we're doing.
Cool. Should we keep going?
Yep, we're going to keep going. Thank you.
Right.
Check it out. It's great. It's a great free service maintained by volunteers. If you want to donate to them, I believe you can.
Yeah, and I also thank Nathan because he actually came up here to check out Berlin, and it was great having him for a few days, and he just got a real buzz from it. And also his talk at Adopting BTC, his heat map that he can prove or show now is great too, because you do see the heat map in Berlin here. Just awesome. Okay, Thursday. So we went to the centre to discuss ideas of moving forward, and then we also did some work in the centre. Went home, caught up on work, and then again back into the centre to meet the Galloy team and also some German visitors. So that was great. And then we ended up being there for a while until we ended up walking down to Soffici's, which is a restaurant that recently moved. And they've got this great viewing platform sort of overlooking the Mirador, which is great. So, of course, we paid with Bitcoin, and the tables grew, and we had a big group of people there again. Yeah. For dinner. It was nice. Yeah,
it was really good. They do good seafood down there, good value meals and drinks, location. The view at night is still impressive, because you can see all the lights down in the valley.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
Yeah.
All right, carry on.
Yep.
Let's do it. Friday. We had some of the local Bitcoiners come and use the washing machine at our house, which we totally get, because when we first moved here, using the laundromat is actually quite expensive, and they did not accept Bitcoin at this point. One of the businesses I will be adding to the map very soon is the laundromat.
Yes, they were orange pulled this week.
Yes, they didn't get any cheaper, but they now accept Bitcoin, which does make it easier to use them, because one of the problems was coming up with the cash to get your washing done. It was just a pain. So that's awesome that they're now going to be on board. We then spent the day, Nikki actually spent a large part of the day creating a manual for the centre and the centre manager. So that's really exciting. And I worked on new software for my contract work, always learning stuff all over the place, always a challenge. And then we met up with a Bitcoiner from Malawi who is looking to set up a Bitcoin circular economy there. And what was quite interesting was a couple of weeks ago we watched a movie called The Boy Who Captured the Wind. And that was actually about a young boy who built a windmill to drive a pump to water the family's farm to save his village. And he was from Malawi. And it was just so, I don't know, serendipitous. It was pretty cool. And I think that'd be a great movie to watch if you want to see inspiring people doing inspiring things with what they have. So that was really interesting. Then we had a quick bite to eat in the town square, and we paid with Bitcoin. We live on Bitcoin a lot here. It's super normal for us now, and the businesses that we regularly visit, for them, they just know.
Yep. There's only time when we don't use Bitcoin is the tuk-tuks. We haven't quite orange pulled them all. We keep asking.
Yes.
And also at the local Mercados when it's only $1 or $2. But then they also have to pay their vendors with cash. So it's a bit of a hard one.
Yeah. It's tricky, but it just takes time.
Yeah, but that's all. That's awesome. I think what the great thing is we have the ability to say no. We have the ability to walk into a store. If they don't accept Bitcoin, we can turn around because we know another store of selling the same sorts of products. We're going to have to go in and pay with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
All right. So you Saturday. Right. I had a meeting with Evelyn and Gerardo for most of the morning. It was really great catching up with them. We did a huge brainstorming. We were sharing ideas. We were coming up with concepts, and it just helps with moving forward. As James mentioned earlier, the centre is growing. People are growing. Things are changing, and there's a lot of work that needs to be put in. So it was really great to be able to sit down and do a big brainstorming session. Headed to the BTC Centre to meet up with Bitcoiners, and we headed up to the Mirador Altos Day for lunch, and that was really cool. You will see a photo of two hands, and I think there's a heart in the middle of it.
Yes, there is.
But it's like a walkway, and it's quite high up, and you look down. You can't even see Berlin, but you're looking down another valley. You can actually see the sea. But if you're coming up, it's a great place. They do accept Bitcoin. The food was your food.
I had a great
incredible.
Meal. I was very happy.
And I've since seen photos that Pee-wee has shown and looks awesome. So a great place to go visit. Then, yes, we ended up spending quite a bit of time up there because it's quite a lovely place just to hang out. And then we headed home and packed the car and had an early night, really, ready for the farmers market.
Yeah, yes. Now, we're about to go to Sunday, but anybody who's listening and would like to ask questions about El Salvador, Bitcoin, our life here, Berlin, start putting them in the chat, because we will answer them as the little flag along the bottom there gets to the Q&A. I'm going to talk about a few things that happened at the farmers market now, and it'll give you a chance to ask any questions. And I was going to say something else, and I can't remember what it was. So we're going to keep moving forward.
Yes.
I feel like it was something about the Mirador. There was something that happened there, I think. I can't remember. It's all right. Carry on. Sunday. Focus over here. Let's do it. We had a really early start, so we got up at 4 a.m, I think.
Yes.
But thankfully, it's actually an hour later, so that was a bonus. And then we went for a quick dip in the peeler.
It was amazing. It was like there's no clouds, and there was just all these stars in the sky. So it was very fresh.
Yeah, the stars were pretty cool. Then we started our drive to El Zonte, and we actually did it in 2.5 hours, which was great. The traffic was less than usual, which was really nice. And we got there comfortably, which was really good. We even stopped for a coffee toilet break in the middle, which was nice, by the airport, which is about 2 hours from where we are, an hour and a half, I think. It's about halfway, which is good. When we got to the Bitcoin farmers market, it was great to see a few stands there and some new stands there. And so there was jewelry and hang on. Yep, Nikki got the earrings that she's wearing today, which is awesome. And then there was one brand new stall that I really want to shout out. Yeah. And that was Ronnie. And Ronnie, we met Ronnie at My First Bitcoin, and then he moved on to doing his own thing with tours. And now he is one of the locations one of the people that we recommend to find a rental house along the beach. Yep. Ronnie's got his own rental book now, which is amazing. He still does the tours. He's great for if you want transport. He will help you get transport to somewhere weird like Berlin. And then Ronnie has started something that I have talked to a lot of people about this, but he is now selling hardware wallets in El Salvador. He is the only place that I know that I can send people to reliably get a hardware wallet here in El Salvador. For the almost 2 years that we've been here, we've talked to a lot of people. For us, it was challenging. It wasn't really something I really wanted to do, but there are shops here. There are people who live here who are Bitcoiners and have ways and means to get these things, and it just hasn't been of interest to anybody. And we would easily get a person a month who asks us, where can we buy a hardware wallet? Because they come here and then they become inspired and they're like, where do we go? So Ronnie is now the person, which is really cool. He's got a dedicated Twitter account. We did a post, or you can also go check out the Bitcoin Farmers Market to see his Twitter account. And we bought a bulk card off him. So this was a bulk card that we bought from him.
And it was designed by Prem.
Yes, so this was designed by Prem, who's on the Bitcoin racing team, if you've ever seen Charlie's posts out there. And this is like basically a bulk card, like an official sort of bulk card wallet card. I really like the design, the Bitcoin volcano mountain. This is really cool. And that can be connected to you can either connect it to your own node, or you can connect it to an existing app which is forked on Blue Wallet and have a custodial version or a third-party hosted wallet on it, which is really cool. I should actually do a video on that sometime. Yeah. I say that, but finding the time to do that is another thing. The other thing that's really cool, if anybody who's familiar, you'll notice in the top corner there, it says Seed Signer right now. We don't normally have Seed Signer up in there. We have managed to get hold of this amazing device, and a massive thank you to Seed Signer for all your support and everything that you've done for us personally. And like, we've also promoted this to a lot of people, especially when we did the My First Bitcoin diploma, and my Seed Signer gave a Seed Signer away to one of our followers that did that with us. We're not being paid. We just really enjoy this device. for a number of reasons. You can build it with off-the-shelf parts. Ronnie is selling these now. So if you would like to support what SeedSigner is doing, it's all open. It's free open source software. You can 3D print the hardware. You can buy the components inside from Raspberry Pi components. And it just has a basic card inside. In my mind, I've had experiences with many other hardware wallets. This is the one that works for me. And I understand not everyone likes this, but I think it has a lot of really good reasons to like it. And we really appreciate SeedSigner's contributions to what we've been doing. And we are going to donate this one, which is our one. So we have two. Now we're going to donate this 3D printed one to the center, so it can be used to train people on hardware wallets. Because at the moment, the center doesn't officially have one. There's word that it may have a Jade.
Yes.
But I'm not 100% sure.
And didn't someone donate a ledger?
Yeah, someone donated a ledger, but I wouldn't. I mean, if I'm going to train someone on it's good. It's good. It's excellent to work with different hardware wallets so you can learn the pros and the cons and how they work. This is one of my favorites for a number of reasons. But yeah, that was a bit of a good rant for SeedSigner, so it was all good. And I am still talking about Sunday.
Sunday, yep.
So anyway, Ronnie, I mean, we really appreciate that Ronnie's doing what he's doing. He's really stepped up his game here in El Salvador. Big shout out to him. Really appreciate everything he does. We also met a whole heap of other really awesome people at the farmers market who do really awesome things for the community, which is really cool. I'm getting errors on the stream. Sorry for anybody who's watching this live and getting a crappy stream. There's a great community here. The people who go to the market, it's awesome meeting them, catching up with them, talking to new people who come. It's become a bit of a meetup, to be honest.
It is. That's what it feels like. I mean, it's still great. I had a great selling day for the soap.
Yeah.
I sold out of one soap and right down low. So this morning we had some tallow getting rendered, which was awesome. But it has become a place where, people will come and support the people selling products, but they also just want to come and hang out and chat and just catch up on what's going on in the Bitcoin world here in El Salvador. And it's really cool because it's so relaxing.
Yeah.
Would you say? It's just really easy and relaxing.
I have a great time at the market because I don't have a lot of responsibilities.
Yeah.
And I just chill out talking to people. But at the same time, I mean, I get a lot of questions. I had people, the toughest question I had yesterday, and it was actually to do with Cash App. So this person was from New York, and it appears that Cash App is, oh my gosh, it's a Jack Dorsey product. And it's meant to have lightning payment ability, but because this person was from New York, the lightning payment ability has been stripped out of the app. They don't have it. I had it inside mine, but they don't have it inside theirs. It's really unfortunate. So they had a really bad time. I've given them some ideas on how to use Phoenix, for example, and things like that, so they're not stuck in that trap. Anyway, the experience there was amazing, and we've met new people who came to visit for conference. They're still here. They want to help with the Berlin project. We are blown away. We're going to see them this weekend by the sounds of it.
Yeah. It is. It's exciting.
So like I said at the beginning, this stream has given more value than we realized and we appreciated. Turning up at the farmers market and being part of that community is giving more value than we realized. And we really appreciate everybody who finds the stream and the farmers market and other things we do useful, because it's we then drove home. It was problem. Having a moment. We drove home, about 3 hours home, and then we went to the square for dinner. And the square is one of our favorite places to go for dinner because we have variety and we have we can pay with Bitcoin. And we met up with some of our Bitcoiner friends there. And one of the most important pieces of news was that Argentina. Woo! Okay, let's go. Bitcoin country number 2. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just excited to see if what this dude is promising plays out.
Yeah.
So if Javier Milei, if he does what he says he's going to do, it's going to be really interesting. I would really like to see another Bitcoin legal tender country.
Yeah.
So that would open up our options
Yes.
to be able to be more excited about traveling to another country and spending quality time there.
Yeah.
So we're
Absolutely.
really excited about that. It's really cool. And then, yep.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Okay, so before we go to the Q&A, we don't have a lot of questions in there, but
Super Pilot has been
super,
really busy.
super Pilot, we appreciate you turning up and all these questions. So one of the things, ask your questions in there. I was going to go back. So the Blink and Galloy team came up to visit us this week, which is super awesome, super amazing. Nikki's actually wearing a Blink hat. I'm wearing a Blink t-shirt. Do you accept Bitcoin? Or can I pay in Bitcoin?
Was that this week?
Yeah, it was this week. So it was actually, we didn't mention it specifically on here.
No.
But what's really, why I wanted to go back to that was the Galloy team, they literally walked around with us around the town. Well, we followed them around, actually. We followed them walking around the town. They went to the stores they wanted to go to. They asked the questions they wanted to ask. They wanted to verify that we were doing what we're doing. I think they were, my opinion is that they were quite impressed with what's happening with the town and how the businesses are adopting it. So when I say with the town, the size of it, the businesses that are in it, the diversity and the variety of businesses that are in it, even the understanding of some of the people that are in there. So we had I'm not sure if I want to mention, I don't always know if I should mention people's names, so sometimes I don't mention them because I don't know if I should. So it's not that I don't want to. He was talking to one of these business owners, and he was blown away by how much this business owner puts effort into educating people that he talks to about Bitcoin. It was really impressive. And then, of course, we go and buy stuff as well from these shops.
And in fact, you even got videoed from the local video, local.
It was quite funny because, and that's actually probably that would dox people, but I guess it's already out there. So, the local TV crew saw us doing a cash trade with one of the local businesses, and because that was what this person does, he stands outside the banks and the Western Union, and he does trades with people. So he had pesos and dollars and bits and pieces, and anyway, we were having a chat and doing trades. Then the local TV came along and they asked us if we, what we were doing there basically, and how we felt about Berlin. And it was quite funny. I was last, and I had a great opportunity to tell everybody how I bought a new pair of pants in Berlin with Bitcoin. It was quite funny in Spanish, in my funny Spanish. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do it.
Yep. Question answers.
Questions and answers.
Q&A. Oh, right. Okay, so Super Pilotish, thank you very much for checking in. It's awesome to have you here. So we really appreciate it.
Looking forward to you in person. Yeah. You and the family.
And it's great to know that obviously the internet is working okay because you are getting the video. Now, the best way to get from San Salvador to Berlin if you don't have a car, there are drivers to do that. You can also get a bus. So there is a direct bus from San Salvador to Berlin, so you can actually get that. But if you wanted a quick, smoother drive, you could go get a driver. And again, Ronnie is your man. There to organise that, so we can
Ronnie and Charlie.
Oh, and Charlie.
So Charlie lives here with us. Both of those guys have got great contacts to get you up here and down from here, and also Charlie's great for local accommodation.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep, but DM us for some of that stuff, or the Berlin account, because people will get back to you. Yep.
And then what donations would help the Bitcoin Centre right now? Construction supplies, paint, podcast equipment, etc.
This is a great question.
This is a really good question. And I mean, I could go everything. But to be honest, what we're doing, the back room needs to be partitioned off. So we do need to build some walls to make a classroom, and the podcast studio is getting built there. So I would say construction supplies.
Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. So there's lots of moving parts to this. we have arrangements with, that reminds me about we need to take care of something. We have arrangements with certain people to help us get certain things done. So, for example, in El Salvador, it's common to do a deal with your landlord with improvements because a lot of the places are very basic. So arrangements like that help us to get certain things done at a better price. And the first thing we really want to get out is a classroom. So other things other than construction supplies are quality tables and chairs.
Chairs, absolutely.
So we've got some basic chairs that get us through the day, and going forward it would be great to upgrade them. And at this point we're just trying to get a classroom up and running. We aiming for this
Monday.
next week.
Starts Monday. Yeah.
We're aiming for next week?
Yep.
Okay, so we're aiming for Monday next week. We have chairs. Do we need to pick up tables?
We'll have to go and get some tables.
Looks like we're going to get some tables.
Yeah. And one thing also that I've been looking at today is a big whiteboard, like an actual one that they can write on.
Yeah.
That would be mine.
I don't know where we're going to get one that big.
I've been searching. There's some on Marketplace.
Okay, there we go. Nikki's been working at it.
Yeah.
All right. Supplies like that. The guy that we spoke to on the weekend, he also talked to us about computer equipment because he's already doing computer equipment. So that's really exciting as well. So it's tricky.
Yeah.
I believe that Jethro is already on top of his podcasting equipment as such. So he's already ordered the exact microphones and mixing board and everything that he wants. He was very particular about what he wanted, which is awesome. So the main thing would actually be constructing the studio. So that is a big part of it. I don't know exactly what's needed. And then crypto, Kerbit, please do keep going. Thank you.
Yes.
Keep it going.
We will.
We're going to keep it going.
Yeah, we are going to keep it going. Yeah.
We're we're so excited to be here. This is what we're looking for.
Yeah. And this is what we came to El Salvador for.
Yeah.
It really has been, and it's just so exciting that we're up here and finally doing it. And it took us a long time to realise. I mean, we knew we were after something, and we knew that we needed more than what we were doing when we were down at the beach. But it's like, yay, we've got somewhere we can put our teeth into and we can really help. And we feel that we have got enough knowledge that we can help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It blows me away. It really does. We've been here for 2 months, just over 2 months now. And we are so happy with this move. We're so happy but it took 18 months for this thing to materialize. And then we moved up. And these things don't happen overnight. No. They take time. There's plenty of room for things to happen here. The dreams are big and the action is happening every day. There's a meeting tonight. Right after this, we're going to the weekly meetup for the businesses, which is cool. And then we'll go have pupusas for dinner with Bitcoin. Okay, we're gonna leave that there.
We are.
Okay, thank you for your questions. We really appreciate it. Remember, you can always DM us for stuff as well.
There was one photo in there that we didn't talk about.
Okay, let's talk about it.
And you will see James had a pineapple and he had a cigar. You can tell that story, or shall I? It was really cool. We have noticed that there have been some rolled street cigars here in El Salvador. Now, we're not smokers, but James has had a real fancy for them. To sort of, because they're interesting, they're quite cool, and
it's different.
We missed the photo below. And they're fun, they're different, and anyway, when we got to the farmers market, someone all of a sudden decided that they're lacking street cigars, so they were selling street cigars. So
it's very funny.
Yeah.
So I had just purchased a pineapple for us because we demolish a pineapple. We demolish a lot of pineapple. Like every morning we have pineapple in a smoothie.
Yeah.
And then Nikki, so I bought the pineapple and I was walking back over and just talking to people, and I sort of meander my way back, and I'm talking to Juan, and he's like, "Oh, this week I've got these cigars," and I'm like, "Whoa!" I said, "Can you take a photo of me with my pineapple and cigar?" And he was like, "I'd love to," and I've just got this stupid look on my face, and apparently it was people got a kick out of it, so it was kind of funny. So the point of that is that the Bitcoin farmers market is becoming rather dapper, if I may say so myself. It is becoming a place of culture.
A culture.
With pineapples and cigars. And craft beers.
And craft beers. Yeah,
there are craft beers.
And there's craft soaps.
There are craft soaps. Yeah, you become very clean and dapper, and yeah, it's good.
It's great. So if you haven't been to El Salvador, you're looking at coming to El Salvador, you make sure you come when there's a Bitcoin farmers market, because it is lots of fun.
So Super Pilot, I saw the photo. James, there's James and Kiki who organised the Bitcoin farmers market. So many Bitcoin things. They're amazing. They're great. We really appreciate that they put it on. Along with Charlie, he helps them out as well. James made a funny comment. He was like, "That photo, James, that is awesome." I think he's tempted to maybe make a poster of it. That might just be my ideas as well, but I think I might become a poster child for the Bitcoin farmers market. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Right,
Outro.
Okay.
Thank you very much for coming along and watching this. We really do appreciate you guys coming along. We are seeing the value returns from what we're doing through the newsletter, through the show, through turning up at the farmers market. It's taken a lot of time, but people are turning up and saying thank you. So we really appreciate that. If you'd like to show your support, down the bottom, join the newsletter. It's a great way for you to keep in touch with what we're doing in terms of 3 interesting things each week. And then also the meetups that are happening in El Salvador. So we mention most of the major ones that we know of, and all of that. If anybody ever has a question about moving to El Salvador, we haven't said this for a long time actually, but we have an ebook and we do private video calls with people for sats, value for sats, and that can speed up any processes that people do have. So. We have had people ask us about lawyers, and we do have a list of lawyers for immigration and property and things like that in our ebook. Otherwise, we've got to dig through our contacts and stuff like that. So it's a good way to shortcut it. I mean, we've talked about it in so many videos, but we've done over 100 videos now. So I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's catalogued in an ebook, and it comes up when it comes up. There's a new person in the chat. Miguel Galvez. Hello. Hola. Welcome. That's that. We really appreciate that. Start using Bitcoin wherever you are. This week was Bitcoin Maps. So there's a link down below, btcmap.org. You can see if there's a business near you that accepts Bitcoin. If you know there's a business near you that doesn't accept Bitcoin, go and put them on the map. It's not that hard. If you can use Lightning, you can add them to your map.
And if you've never used Lightning before, download a Lightning wallet. And send us your username, we'll send you some stats.
Yeah. If you need an easy place to start, Blink is our favorite. Wallet of Satoshi is also super easy. They both have great feature support. They're both really good. If you want to go a bit more nerdy, start looking at something like Phoenix, Zeus, Breeze, Bitkit, Mutiny. They're all self-hosted, but more responsibility is needed. If you want to stack sats and keep your Bitcoin, your savings Bitcoin, because we do talk about spending and saving Bitcoin, check out a seed signer. Go and check out seed signer. Do I have a link? Look, the seed signer sticker on the fridge inside the center. That's awesome. Seed signer is a really cool hardware wallet. It's not like the other hardware wallets. It does it slightly differently. It's all open source. Check it out because it's one of our favorites, and we're also going to be teaching it at the center with this 3D printed beastie here, one of our favorites. And that's pretty much it for the week.
Absolutely.
We are going to go join the others at the center and say hello to the businesses, which is all in Spanish.
It's good practice for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate that you guys come along and do this. And we've got a question there, and we're gonna do it real quick. We found what we were looking for in El Salvador and already miss it. Great to meet you there, and thanks again for all you're doing. Love hearts. I'm sending little love heart thingies.
Thanks, Clemens.
Yes, we appreciate that, Clemens. Thank you. No. Yes. No. Wait. Yes.
Yes.
The Johnsons. Thank you for the chat. The donation of the laptop. That is huge.
The centre's so excited.
Yeah,
they're
blown
really,
away.
Really excited. It's awesome.
Yes, we are in the process of getting the laptop's already reformatted. We're getting together our notes to do a basic course to teach people how to edit this podcast, into audio.
So we can put it on Fountain?
Yes, which is a peer-to-peer value
Yep.
Bitcoin app.
Yeah. It's good.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. If this
Thanks,
is
guys.
crappy quality, I'm going to upload it again.